Hello everyone, it's Maria Russell here with you and welcome to CC Designs June release preview. And in today's video, I will be showcasing the new Summer Together stamp set. And here is what it looks like. I really love this stamp set. Cute images and 2 sentiments here. Features this cute little piggy. He's getting ready to go to the beach with his son or daughter, but it looks like a son to me. And then it has 2 sentiments in the stamp set. And since I don't have the coordinating dies, I stamped the image and colored it in with Copic markers off camera, and then I used my precision snips to fussy cut the image. So what I will be sharing with you today is how I created the background. I have some A2 size Bristol Smooth White cardstock here and a Sunscape stencil from my collection. I will be using 2 colors of Distress Oxide inks called Wild Honey and Mustard Seed with some blending brushes, and then use the stencil to create the sun on the background. And I will continue to blend the 2 colors together until I get a seamless blend of the colors, and then move on to the water and then the sand. I always love using Bristol Smooth White cardstock because it's just easier to blend the colors together. And once I was done, I lifted my stencil and went back to using Mustard Seed just to get rid of the stark white, just to make the scene look more realistic. And for the water, I originally thought I was going to use Salty Ocean with Speckled Egg, but I changed my mind in the end and only used Salty Ocean, and then went back with Tumbled Glass to create the lighter blue. I used my masking tape to mask off the sun just so I don't mix the colors and it doesn't look green. And then this is where I decided to use the tumbled glass to create the lighter blue. And then for the sand, I will be using the Antique Linen and Tea Dye Distress Oxide inks. I was really careful to put the colors on the bottom of the cardstock because I didn't really want the mix of the light blue and the antique linen so much, because I wanted that white a little bit. And then after I was done here, I was using the Tea Dye Darker Distress Oxide ink just to create a little bit of dimension between the colors. And then I removed the masking tape and added a little bit more depth to the color of the sand. To create the bubbles on the water, I used some scratch paper just to mask off the top part of the cardstock, and then use my distress sprayer to spray some water on the colored background, and then picked it up with some paper towel. Now it's time to create the waves and the sea foam. I used my Versamark pen here, and I was just drawing some squiggly lines between the blue and the sand just to create a more realistic look. I'm going to sprinkle some white embossing powder on this piece and then heat set with my heating tool. And I forgot to tell you that after I was done ink blending earlier, I did use my heating tool just to heat set the cardstock, so that when I used my Versamark pen and sprinkled the white embossing powder, it wasn't going to go everywhere. I just really wanted the waves to have the embossing powder compared to having it all over the cardstock. And to create the pebbles on the beach, I have this stamp set that I had for a long time now, and I always use this when I'm creating beach scenes. I was just stamping that with some brown ink, and then I'm going to adhere this colored background on some A2 size note card. And using the same glue, we will be adhering the focal image on the card. And this is when I realized, when I adhered the focal image, that the cap and the t-shirt of the little piggy blended too much on the background. So I decided to use the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend marker just to color it again, and now it created a little bit of variation between the colors. To stamp the sentiment, we will be putting the card back inside the Misty stamping tool and position the stamp set using VersaFine Clear ink and stamp it twice to get a good impression. And just to finish the card design, I decided to add these cloud die cuts. I've already had this from my stash a long time ago, and I will just be adhering that with some liquid glue. And that finishes off the card today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you have any questions, please leave us a comment down below. We would be super grateful if you can kindly give this video a thumbs up because it helps our channel. Please don't forget to click the notification bell to be notified of new content from this channel. The supplies I use will be listed and linked in the description box. Thank you again for stopping by today, and happy stamping!